Yes, so let's start the next amendment relating to education. So our next amendment is relating to education. So there are two new exemptions which has been added in the education sector. Yes, we'll go to the first exemption. What is the first exemption? It is relating to affiliation services provided by central or state board to a school which is owned or controlled by government. It can be central government, state government, union government, local authority, central government, state government, union government, local authority, governmental authority, or government entity. So, earlier, what was the position? Earlier, affiliation services provided by the boards were taxable. Okay, affiliation services provided by these boards, it was taxable. So, they have to pay some affiliation fee to this boards, central boards or state boards, they have to pay an affiliation fee. On this, GST was charged because it was a taxable supply. Now, they have exempted that supply, but remember, that affiliation services exempt only if it is provided to a school which is owned by government. So if it is to a private school, it is not exempt, it is still taxable. Or if it is to a college, then also it is taxable. Okay, right. So what is the status now? Affiliation services provided by universities. Universities. Is it exempt or taxable? It is taxable. Why? Because affiliation services provided to school owned by government. That is the only exemption that we have now. So all others is taxable. Universities means it is provided to colleges. So to college means it is taxable. So it has been clarified by CBIC that affiliation services provided by universities to their colleges are not covered within the ambit of exemptions provided to education institution. Means what? It is taxable. Affiliation services provided by universities to colleges taxable. Okay, right. Next, affiliation provided by central or state education board to schools. Don't straight away say it is exempt. You have to see who owns the school. Yes, who owns the school. It has been clarified that such services of affiliation provided to schools by center or state education boards are taxable. However, it may be noted that the affiliation services provided by center or state education boards to a government school, that is, a school established, owned, or controlled by central government, state government, union government, or local authority. Only those schools it is exempt from GST. So that is our first amendment. I feel that you may be tested on this amendment this time for May 2025. So please be sure. Usually, generally, affiliation services are taxable. Generally, affiliation services are taxable. So now one new entry has been added which says that affiliation services provided by central or state board, it can be any board, but to who is the recipient? That is what is more important here. To a school. So first of all, it should be a school. It should not be a college. To a school which is owned by government. Only then there is exemption. In all other cases, this affiliation services are taxable. So to sum up, affiliation services provided by central and state board to school run by central government, state government, local authority, government entity is exempt from GST. Clarification is affiliation services provided by university to college is taxable. Affiliation services provided by central, state board or similar bodies to a government school is exempt. To all other schools it is taxable. So this is a summary of the first amendment relating to education sector.